Hello, I'm Robert Jerome with Invictus Personal Defense, coming to you from the 2A Shooting Center here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Today I want to talk to you about identifying the weaknesses in our self-defense capabilities and how to develop a training program to eliminate those weaknesses.
Five shots, less than a second on the draw. I did let one fly, but overall, just not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hello again, this is Robert Jerome, and like I said, today I want to talk to you about being self-aware and examining our self-defense capabilities and finding our holes and weaknesses. And it's very important that we do that. We have to continually push ourselves in our training, because we have to understand one thing, especially with handgun training: either we're increasing our ability or our ability is declining. You're never at a static place, because you're either gaining or you're losing. It's kind of like working out. You're either gaining or you're losing, especially when you're 48. If you're not gaining, you're losing you're losing extremely fast, and it's harder to gain. So as we get older, we really need to keep on top of our training. And handgun training is the same thing. It's a perishable skill. If we're not training, we're losing. And so we need to continually press and continually push, because why are we training? It's not because maybe it's enjoyable. I enjoy it, but we're also training because we want to save our lives and our loved ones' lives. We always want to be having that conscious thought of, why am I training? To save my life and my loved ones' lives. So how do we develop a program and identify our weaknesses? First of all, we need to take a look for what we are training for. And on average, if there is such a thing as an average gunfight, on average most gunfights are 3 to 5 rounds at 3 to 5 yards in 3 to 5 seconds. And so we can take that and examine, hey, could I get my gun out, fire 3 rounds at 3 to 5 yards in 3 to 5 seconds and get good hits? And if we can't do that, where am I weak at? Can I draw and holster my gun? Can I draw from concealment? Am I accurate enough? Can I put 3 shots on paper? Can I shoot fast enough? So we just examine those things and ask yourself, where are you weak? Another way we can identify our shooting capabilities is to get some instruction, but we need to get quality instruction. And to be honest with you, if you just have an NRA certificate, if that's all they have, well, they may be lacking. And the reason why I say that, and I hate to say that, but for example, here at 2A Shooting Center, if you want to train here, if you want to put on classes here, you have to pass a simple qualification course, 20 rounds, 15 yards and in. It's really not all that difficult. You get 3 tries. Everybody here passed it the first time through, one of those 3 tries. Everybody made it. It wasn't just all that difficult. Yet we have NRA instructors come in, and a lot of them, to be honest with you, have a hard time just getting out of the holster and getting one shot off another time. So we want to make sure we have a quality instructor. All right. Hopefully you come here at 2A. We have some great instructors here. Come train with me. I would love to train you, but we need to get some quality instruction. All right. And the second thing we have to do is, once we identify our weaknesses, is to develop a training program, and that training program has to be consistent. All right, and it has to be measurable. For example, I put those training videos on, not my training videos, I put those videos of me shooting at the beginning of this clip. And the reason why I did that is one of my weaknesses, believe it or not, one of my weaknesses is I'm a deliberate shooter. I shoot really slow, and I'm always trying to put the best shot on there. And one of the weaknesses I identified, and Eric helped me, was that I'm just too much of a deliberate shooter. And so I'm trying to push myself and shoot faster and shoot quicker. And yeah, I got 5 shots. You know what? That's one thing I'm training on. And you're going to be able to see this over a month, that I'm going to try to get, I got 5 shots off, all draw and put 1 shot on paper in less than a second. Well, honestly, I'm really not that unhappy with it. I did have that one flyer up in the left-hand shoulder, but everything else was on the body. They were combat effective hits. They would have worked, all right, but I'm not happy with that. I want to bring it in. Now that I know I can do it under a second, I'm going to go ahead and push it and bring it in and fire more accurate shots. So we have to continually push ourselves. But the first thing I did was get a baseline. Okay, I have a baseline. I know where I'm at. Yes, I can get the gun out, get it off, get it out, get it up, and get it off, and get it on paper in less than a second. But we can't be happy with that. So now I need to be consistent. I have a training program designed to help push me over the next month, and I hope my goal is to have everything inside the A zone in that under 1 second and draw and fire. It was at about 5 yards is where I was at. And how do we do that? We have to be consistent. We develop a program. We set a time frame that we're going to train, but we have to be consistent. And the other way you can make sure you do it is to make yourself accountable. Now I have just told you that I'm going to do this. You're going to be expecting me in about a month. It won't be exactly a month because my anniversary is about the next month at this time, and I'm going to have to figure out when I'm going to do it. But just about a month, you're going to come up and I'm going to videotape myself again, and you're going to see my target, and you're going to see whether or not I actually had some training discipline this month, and I've just made myself accountable to you. So accountability is another way we can progress and continually move ourselves forward. So those are the things we have to do. We have to identify our weakness, develop a training program on how to overcome that weakness, and then either through some type of discipline, making yourself accountable to someone, or if you just set it on the calendar, you have to do and set goals, and you have to have a baseline, which I just shot, and at the end, we have to measure it at the end and see if our training program was effective and if it actually accomplished what we needed to do. And you just have to continually push that, find out where we're weak, where we're strong, and continue to develop and progress and raise our base level of training even higher. Again, this is Robert Jerome with Invictus Personal Defense. Hopefully you check out my website at invictuspersonaldefense.com. Please look at my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. It really helps me out. Subscribe at my YouTube channel. And again, hopefully this is useful, and I look forward to talking to you in the future.